Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Salutations to Bhagavan Ramakrishna. In our 9th class of this meditation skills for meditators, we are going to speak about fine-tuning meditation. And every skill, as you know, as you keep on developing it, it's actually more and more fine-tuning it. You keep on fine-tuning the skills. And if we have been following this course from the very first, you can say, series, meditation for beginners, the 10 classes, and now this close, we have got some idea about the inner meditative processes through various avenues. So today we are going to look at one particular aspect which is essential for every meditator. At the same time, if we don't handle this, it's a very vexing problem for all meditators, all classes of meditators. Whatever they may say externally, we know that this vexing problem can be fixed. Now, the first thing that we need to do is, the eyes are a perfect indication of how restless the mind or how calm the mind is. The more steady, the more focused the gaze, the more calmer we are. We can see it in the iconic images of Buddha, where he is seen, as it were, gazing down at the space just outside his chin. It appears as if he is looking at the tip of the nose, as if at the tip of the nose. But there's a space out here. I would like you all to sit down and with half closed eyes, watch that space here. Just outside the chin. If your eyeballs are moving under your eyelids, take note of that. That means there are thoughts rushing in your brain. The eyes are connected to the brain via the optic nerve. And a major part of the brain is concerned with vision. So keeping the eyes steady will calm the mind. Now try to bring your gaze closer from just outside the chin, the space outside the chin. Bring that space up closer. Now gaze at the space just outside your nose, outside your two nostrils. You can use a mantra or simply Om while you gaze. This is the picture of the eyes fixed, gazing outside, as it were, blankly, but your gaze inside is fixed on the object of meditation. So as you draw in your gaze closer and closer to the nose, just outside here or outside your cheeks here, the eyes become still. This is a sign of a concentrated mind. Now, there are two methods of fine-tuning meditation. Huge impulses in the mind like anger, greed, hatred, lust, etc. can be pushed out. In fact, a lot of meditators do not feel these great emotions about, angry at somebody. Occasionally you might, or there's lust or greed or anger. These things, as it were, you have pushed them away to a distance. It's like this, you have kind of pushed them away. And that is actually what has happened during all these practice sessions which you have undergone. You have pushed certain thoughts away. The big thoughts, the evil thoughts, in the sense of that which will disturb meditation, are being pushed, easily pushed. But those are the other ones, the smaller ones. They float out like bubbles. And they emerge out from as if from nowhere, and they fill the mind with these. Ordinarily, they look so flimsy, and as a result, we don't take them too seriously because, oh, they are so flimsy, we can just discard. But actually, the mind engages in them. These are the real, you can say, vexing problems for meditators. We don't take even these seriously, and these are very difficult to dispense with. Now, what happens is these floating things have to be also, you can say, taken care of. But how do you do that? There are innumerable ones. The small things that maybe you have drunk a cup of coffee, you didn't like the taste, or you saw a person. All these are small things. These are not big obstacles, but these are actually in turn becomes the biggest obstacles. These small things. Imagine if you have 50 mosquitoes swirling around you, you're going to have it bad. Suppose you have a cat or a dog coming, you can push that away. Get out, and that dog or a cat will leave. But the mosquitoes are not going to listen to you or leave you. It will swirl around you. So these, like fireflies or like gentle snowflakes, they swirl around you in the mind. So what do we do now with them? They have to be dealt with. And the way we deal with this is they have to be used to be merged in the very object of meditation. The Bhagavad Gita, to give an example, shows how rivers flowing into the ocean does not get perturbed or disturbed. It's called Apuryamanam Machala Pratishtham. The ocean is an ocean, vast, superior, and all the rivers that come and they merge in that river, in that ocean. The rivers are in a way part of that ocean. Please remember that. And they are now merging themselves into this ocean. Now these thoughts, these small thoughts that you notice all around in your mind as you're trying to meditate, these are the ones that kind of make that object of meditation very hazy. Another main point you have to remember while meditating, these small thoughts are actually you. You are those thoughts. A part of your personality is embedded in each and every thought. So you take all these things and now push them into the object of meditation. Now, how does it happen? It's very simple. If we look there, we have the picture of the Buddha, that beautiful picture of the Buddha sitting down. And all these thoughts, like those bubbles, they are merging themselves into that picture. You see? And what remains is just the image, beautiful image. So we have this conception now. Whatever thoughts, those small, tiny thoughts that swirl around in your mind, remember, your gaze is fixed here. All the big thoughts have been pushed away. The smaller thoughts are swirling down in and around the deity or the picture or the symbol that one meditates. All these things have to be merged into that the very deity itself. But is it possible? Yes, it's possible. There are mystics who, while intensely praying to be freed from anger or lust or hatred, they have found things coming out of themselves and merging into that statue or that image that they were praying to. And they used to feel free of that emotion also, or those thoughts. So it is possible, and there are stories, there are incidents in Sri Ramakrishna's life where he has absorbed things from other people. Oh, now you're not going to display all that anymore. I'm going to take it back into me. He used to absorb psychic phenomena and also mantras which would be harmful for others, like Yoginma's mantra. He used to absorb it. He has the capacity. So great incarnations of God, great saints have the capacity to draw into themselves all your disturbing thoughts, all those thoughts that float about. Okay. Now, I want you to look at this picture again. See, these are the small thoughts that are swirling about you. Merge them in this way into the deity. You can think of these small thoughts as bubbles or as fireflies entering into a fire, merging, or snowflakes, gentle snowflakes merging. Now, we want to practice this. Keep on looking at this. This will give us an idea of what the fine-tuning processes will be. Okay. One by one, you are merging all these thoughts into the deity. And the mind becomes free and peaceful and calm. Okay. Gaze now at the, as it were, at the tip of the nose, at the space outside. You will notice another thing. The further your gaze is from this point, the more disturbing the thoughts are. The more closer you roll back your attention, your gaze here, the less are the distractions and the eyeballs become steady. So please sit down straight and gaze at the space here outside. You can close your eyes completely. And remember the point where you are supposed to gaze. This will take care of the physical side of meditation. As you keep on gazing at this point here, your breath will become still, feeble, and that is another indication of concentration. Now watch that screen of your mind. The screen of your mind is around the space outside your nostrils place, not behind your eyelids. The space outside your nostrils is that screen of the mind. If any big thoughts, disturbing thoughts are there, push it away, as it were, with your mind's force. Keep on gazing steadily in that space. You will notice some thoughts coming in. Either they are from subliminal sources or stimulus from outside has come in and the mind has engaged itself. Now visualize that image of the Buddha. And let all those small thoughts merge into the deity. One can also use a mantra. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. And feel all those thoughts and all those emotions and all those past memories all merging into the deity. Take a long deep breath, please, and open your eyes. We'll do it one more time, but before that, all these thoughts that emerge, as I mentioned, and I want to mention again, are parts of you. So those parts of you are swirling above the deity and merging into the deity. Doesn't the deity become affected? Saying no. And the representative image for this class today is Bhagwan Buddha. You can use any image you like, you love to meditate upon. So we'll do it one more time. Look at the screen again of all those swirling thoughts, as it were, merging into the deity. A lot of yoga practitioners use this, and there are many more who don't know this technique. So instead of getting troubled with all these small thoughts, merge them one by one. As you see this whole thought swirling about the Buddha, same way you will have to see all those small, wispy, hazy, fleeting thoughts slowly merging into the deity. Close your eyes, please. Once again, first fix your gaze at the space outside the tip, outside your chin, the tip outside your chin here. Slowly roll back your gaze, and as it were, you are gazing here outside at the tip of the nose. Keep your eyeballs steady. That is the indication for concentration. Now watch the screen of your mind here, near the tip of your nose. Just a pale yellowish screen. Now if there are any big thoughts, push them away. Now visualize the deity. And let all your thoughts merge into that deity. They are in a way an offerings of devotion to that Lord that you are meditating upon. Every swirling thought is, as it were, like a flower you're offering into the deity. As you keep on meditating like this, your mind will become pure. It will be free from all distraction thoughts. Your meditation will become fine-tuned. And the deity, the image or the symbol of what you meditate upon will appear burnished and bright and sharp and distinct. This is meditation. Okay. We'll stop here for a few questions if there are.
Question. Pranam Maharaj. Is intense meditation enough to gain enlightenment and purity of mind and devotion?
Yes. Is meditation enough, sufficient to attain enlightenment and to gain purity of mind and devotion? Yes. Meditation helps one to become pure. Meditation helps one to attain devotion. Meditation helps one towards enlightenment. Meditation, as it were, the heart of everything, all your spiritual practices. At the same time, purity increases meditation, devotion increases meditation. Everything goes hand in hand. If you are impure, you will not be able to meditate. I guarantee you. So your meditation and purity and devotion are nothing but three expressions of that same thing. So the more pure you are, the more internalized you become, the more internal realities you would like. So yes, meditation is at the heart, and Swami Vivekananda says, meditate. The greatest thing in the universe is the mind perfectly meditating. The greatest thing in the world is the mind perfectly meditating. Meditate, so he says. Yes, it will lead you to enlightenment.
Ram Maharaj, one of my eyes tend to turn toward my nose in a very harsh and straining way. What can I do about it?
One of your eyes tends to turn towards your nose in a very harsh way. It could probably be a lazy eye syndrome. I would like you to have your eye checked. Generally, as you meditate, there is no harshness. It's just a calm, steady gaze. If you feel any kind of pain in the eye, please stop. When you close your eyes or you keep your eyes half open, as you gaze, your gaze should be steady. There should be no harshness. There should be no kind of pain. And as the gaze becomes steady, the eyeballs become steady. And as the eyeballs become steady, the mind becomes steady. That is what.
Should I concentrate or think of God at the point outside the nostril or over the space in my heart?
You see, if you can do it here, perfectly well. Should I concentrate? You said, should I concentrate on the deity here at the tip, at the space here, or should I do it here? What actually you're doing is you are meditating in your mind. Get this right. You're meditating in the mind. As this meditation develops more and more and becomes deeper and deeper, you will find the deity here in the heart. And when you feel the deity here, and then your concentration will become even deeper, because that is a point of, can say, consciousness, center of consciousness. I have given this technique for us to develop concentration and to eliminate all distractions, fine tune. The next step for you will be, and for others also, as this fine tuning develops, then you will find the deity here in the heart. Okay.
Is Japa a form of meditation or is something different?
Is Japa a form of meditation or something different? Japa goes along with meditation. It is a limb of meditation. Okay. Meditation always has name and form. Every name, like Buddha and the form of Buddha. Now, Buddha has also other names, like, for the example, the mantra, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. You can use this. Sri Ramakrishna says meditation is here, and Japa will lead to meditation. Okay. Constantly Japa being done over and over, along with thinking of the deity, as well as the meaning of the mantra. What happens is, there will come a time when the mantra stops repeating itself. It will become silent. That is the merging of the mantra into meditation. So there it is time. So use the japa, use the mantra to get closer and closer to the heart of meditation. That is.
Is it possible to meditate in everyday life and activities, or is that a separate practice?
Oh no, is it possible to meditate in a day-to-day active life, or it needs a kind of a separate location, a space, and a lifestyle or something like that? No, meditation is dynamic, and if we are leading very busy lives, then you have to meditate because your very mental health will depend on your meditation. Your health actually, see, when you sit down straight, it indicates the state of your health. With a spine straight, it indicates your state of health. It indicates your character also. And when you meditate, you must be able to meditate because you have taken in all the garbage from outside throughout the day. You must be able to throw it all out. So meditation is dynamic. It can be and should be done in a day-to-day active life. Keep a time out once a day or twice a day, morning or evening or night, for you to sit down and meditate. Start with 10 minutes, slowly extend it to 15 or 20 and all these things. And if you want to lead a very exclusive meditative life, if you have not done this, then it's not possible for you to have an exclusive meditative life. Because even us in the monastery, we have a very active life. Don't think that we are constantly 24 hours a day we are meditating. No, we don't meditate 24 hours a day. We also lead a very active life, an actively meditative life. But when we sit down to meditate, we just plunge inside. So, and you see, the day when you are active and you have worked and you have loved and you have served people, your meditation becomes better. And the day you just laze about and don't do anything, your meditation is, sloppy. Lazy. The meditation also becomes lazy. Okay.
Should we do breathing while we meditate?
Should we do breathing while we meditate? When we meditate, the breath becomes very slow. This has to be understood. And in the deepest levels of meditation, your breath, as it were, stops. You need very, very little breath. So, when you are doing something called, in our previous classes, we have shown how to increase willpower and how to breathe. You could check up on that. These are the external limbs of the meditative practices. If you would like to learn a particular, go to some of our previous classes, learn that and use that to steady the mind in order to meditate.
Sometimes I feel warm waves inside of my body during meditation. What is this?
Oh, sometimes you feel warm waves in your body while meditating. Oh, that's a very good that's a very good sign. Yeah, you will feel that warmth. Yes.
Is there a difference between concentration and meditation?
Is there a difference between concentration and meditation? Concentration leads one to meditation. You know what meditation is? Meditation is like a steady stream of oil poured from one container to the other. There are no breaks. If you take a container full of water and you pour it in another container, you'll see it's splashing about. There are breaks and all these things. So, concentration is like that. There are breaks in this concentration. We think that we are concentrating, but concentration runs in waves. When you come to meditation, the waves becomes a steady flow. So concentration, dharana, leads to dhyana, meditation, deep meditation. We stop here. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.